do you think people give up playing guitar?
I think it's because they don't see themselves making any progress. But stick around and I'll show you how to stick with it and play more guitar this year. Welcome back to Relax and Learn Guitar. I'm Kevin and this is Maggie May. My wife Vicky's behind the camera.
Hello.
Let's get started and get you playing some more guitar this year. When I help folks learn how to play the guitar, I always want to find out like what's holding them back. And talking to viewers and members, a lot of common ones are like time, not knowing what to practice, but one of the biggest reasons is not seeing themselves make progress, and then you just kind of get discouraged and you give up. So I want to give you 4 easy things you can do this year to play more guitar. So the number 1 thing you can do is to make guitar playing a habit. I know that sounds obvious, but when we prioritize something we value or something we want, it's a little easier to make it become a habit. And you can attach playing the guitar to something that you already do. So a quick example, my buddy Will, he's a little younger than I am, has some younger kids at home. He figured out that if he would play the guitar before everybody got up in the morning and started their day, he would have a little time to himself for playing like 15-20 minutes and then get everything rolling. Great way to start out his day. He would be less likely to forget it or not do it, and it really worked well for him. One thing that I do is I play guitar when we're finished with dinner. So we finish dinner and everything's cleaned up and ready to go for the evening.
And I know where Kev is headed.
Yeah. So once that's all kind of finished up, then I'm going to go and play guitar for a little bit of time. And it's just something it's like if I don't do it now, it feels weird. So if you can attach it to something you already do, you're less likely to forget it or to dread it. The second easy thing that you can do is visibility. And I mean by that is keep your guitar where you can see it. Now, with a little bit of a caveat there, you want to make sure that your guitars are safe and depending on the weather you live in, that they're not getting damaged or out where like, you know, grandkids can knock them over or dogs can chew on them. So I mean, protect your guitars, but I am much more likely to play the guitar if I see it. So I actually keep a guitar in my living room. It's an electric guitar, I just don't plug it in. And that's when I'll just kind of noodle around on while I'm watching TV. If I walk by the guitar, I'll think, you know, because I may not play every day, I'll walk by and think, oh, I need to play the guitar and pick it up real quick just for a few minutes and get some time in. So if you keep all your guitars, you know, locked away and out of sight, out of mind, it's pretty true. If you're finding these lessons helpful and helping you relax and play more guitar, we would really appreciate it if you would subscribe to the YouTube channel here and help us keep bringing you these great lessons. The third easy thing you can do is what I just call 15 minutes. If you watch any of my videos or you're a member of our membership, you'll hear me say this one. It's important to play a little bit every day. So change does not happen like in big leaps and bounds. It's little things that you do consistently that build on each other. From what I've seen from helping people learn how to play the guitar, those little things build and then you get to, you know, a bigger point. You're not going to be jamming on bar chords if you have just now learned how to play, you know, an open C chord, for example. It's all about 15 minutes, a little bit each day. Now, if you can play longer than that, great. The important part is you're gonna get frustrated, and that's okay. It's okay to sit the guitar down. The most important thing is to always go back to it. So 15 minutes a day goes a long way to helping kind of build those skills and start playing more.
We all have 15 minutes too.
Yeah,
in a day.
It's if you attach it to something you already do, like a habit, this becomes even easier. And the thing with the 15 minutes and change not happening overnight, you can't like not play the guitar for months and months and then pick it up and be Eric Clapton. That's just not...
You wish.
Yeah, that would be great. Just not how it works. So, you know, just a little bit each day, and if you miss a day, that's okay. Try not to miss 2 days because then it becomes a habit to not play. A quick example, a couple of years ago, Vicki had some pretty major health stuff and had to go through some physical therapy. And the physical therapist was coming to our house, and it was like the second or third week or whatever, and he was like, I'm amazed at how far you've come. And we were kind of both like, What? Really?
I didn't see that.
Yeah, and you don't kind of see it yourself, but as you do these little, 15 minutes a day and it building on each other, the progress starts happening. We may not notice it ourselves because we're doing a little every day, but from an outside person, the therapist, for example, was like, you've come from this to this in just a week. And when you're kind of in the thick of it, you don't really see it as much, but it's true for guitar too.
Yes.
And the fourth easy thing you can do to play more guitar this year is what I call one thing. So I don't care if you've been playing for 5 minutes or 50 years. There's always something to learn and play on the guitar. That's one of the reasons it's such a great instrument. It's also one of those things that can cause you to be like, squirrel, shiny object, I'm going to learn this, I'm going to do this next. So I really, if you're a member of Relax and Learn Guitar, you've heard me say this a ton. I really kind of preach learning one song all the way through. That's a great place to start. Make a list, and you can only do one thing at a time on that list. Try to do one thing and at least get to a point where you're happy with that, then move to the next. If you'd like to learn more about the Relax and Learn Guitar membership option, you can check out the link in the description and learn all about it. But that's a great way to have an idea of what to do next. In our membership area, I've got it pretty much laid out, like, here's point A and here's point Z and here's how to get from there to here. But if you write things down and think about what you want to do, just work on one thing at a time and work on like maybe 2 or 3 songs at a time. Not everything all at once. You're just less likely to get sidetracked, overwhelmed, and then frustrated. Yeah, then you get frustrated because you're not doing all those great things, and then you quit. So now that you've got those tips going, you're going to play some more guitar this year. The next thing you're going to want to think about is your practice routine. So check out this video that I put together for you next. Until our next lesson, remember you're never too old to learn. And Vicki and Maggie and I thank you for all your views and your support here on YouTube. We really appreciate it.
Don't give up.
And don't give up.